Let's Talk Kentucky. I'm your host and moderator today, Lisa High, and we are joined by the Let's Talk team, Susan Mills, Kim Dixon, and our Miss Sherelle Roberts is out today, so I am filling in for her, but we're going to do our very best for Miss Sherelle. We miss you, Sherelle. Hope you feel better soon. Okay, So first of all, how are you all doing? Everybody doing good?
What day is it?
Great. I know, it's Tuesday.
What season is it? What season is it? It's the bigger question.
Well, you know what? Last week, our clock sprang forward for daylight savings time, and today, Mother Nature springs forward with a change of the seasons. So here we go. The first day of astronomical spring falls on a different date every year. It occurs on the vernal equinox, when the amount of daylight is roughly 12 hours long. We all knew that, right? Wink, wink.
Sure.
This is the earliest in March that the equinox has fallen since 1896.
What? I thought it seemed a little earlier.
It is. It is earlier.
Huh.
So here we are. We're in March, and we are in March, right? We're in March.
We're still in March.
Okay, good. Got that.
But it snowed yesterday.
It did.
So it felt like January.
Yes. So today is the first day of spring. Do you guys have any big plans for your first day of spring?
Well, I do now. I'm planning on going out to the cemetery this afternoon, I think, because it's cherry blossom time.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
It is beautiful.
Now, it will be me and about 3,000 other people,
Right.
but it's worth it.
And you know, it sounds strange to somebody who might be out of town that's watching the show right now. They might not understand, but our cemetery the Lexington Cemetery is the most beautiful cemetery. It really is.
It really
It's
is.
like a public park. We were just talking about this yesterday too. How beautiful it is and how people really do go
They have
and hang out there.
greenhouses. They have greenhouses where they grow all the stuff over throughout the year. I mean, it's amazing. Two or three duck ponds now.
Yes,
It's
yeah,
like-
we do.
I do want to say something though too. It is a Lexington cemetery, which means that there are people's loved ones that
That's
are
right,
there.
that's right.
And so, you know, there are people that are picnicking and stuff. Just be considerate when
Yes.
you go out there and respect the ones that were there
Yes,
before you.
Absolutely.
So.
Good point, Susan.
Yeah.
Well, and also, Susan is bringing sunshine to our cold spring on the radio this week. So, Susan, tell us about you being a superstar on the radio now, too.
Well, Kim was a superstar last week. I think you were a superstar the week before that or whatever. But Mandy and Friends. So she chooses 106.3. She chooses a friend every week.
She can only have one friend.
Only
She
one
can
friend
have
at a
one
time.
friend.
Yeah.
We're not going to be friends next week. But no, between 2 and 6, I'll be joining Mandy on the airwaves. And we had so much fun yesterday. I mean, we were both in stitches.
Yes.
She makes it fun. It's lighthearted.
It is.
And it's great.
And
So
I get-
tune in.
And you know what? I just happen to be driving, to appointments and things like that in the afternoons, and I've been able to catch both of you on the radio, which is crazy. I love it. I love hearing it. And some of the topics are crazy, so you definitely need to tune in for that, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and get started with some of the talk of the town right now. This first story is just heartbreaking. It really is. A group of Kentuckians is raising money to pay for the surgery of a dog who was injured in a car crash that killed her owner. Ashley Wyatt tragically died on Friday, March 15th, in a car wreck on I-75. 2 of the family dogs were with her at the time. Scarlett, a 7-month-old puppy, she was severely injured and requires surgery. Her pelvic was broken on both sides, both legs were broken, and one completely shattered. And this surgery is estimated to cost around $15,000. So it's not going to be a cheap surgery. The friends of Ashley Wyatt say the other dog, Ariel, was found safe, but she was missing in the woods around the wreck, but trackers were able to track her down, and she was found safe. But her friends have put together a GoFundMe page, and we have that information, and they've raised, what I've been told by the producer is they've actually raised nearly $16,000, and the goal was $15,000. So people are really pouring out their hearts for this dog and for this family. Her friends loved her. They loved her family of dogs, and it's just such a heartbreartbreaking story. It really is.
I'm going to be honest, $15,000, $16,000 is not enough to go with the aftercare, so please keep donating.
That's right. Absolutely.
Yeah, and there's one little puppy that's still missing, like wandering around in the woods. So hopefully it's okay.
Well, I think they did find the puppy.
They
I think,
did?
yes, they
Okay.
did. I think the
Sorry, I
searchers
missed
and the
that part.
trackers did find the puppy. It was
Okay.
outside of the wreck where it happened. It was just
Yeah.
in the woods behind there, but they were able to track the puppy down.
Oh.
So thank goodness.
Yeah, absolutely.
But also, here's another serious story too. An 8-year-old boy from Kentucky died after eating strawberries from a school fundraiser, possibly due to an isolated allergic reaction, but they're still not completely sure about that. Officials told the outlet that the strawberries were grown at Southern Grown and Sizemore Farms and distributed by Juicy Fruit LLC. According to People, 535 flats were distributed by Hopkins County Central High School, and 443 flats were distributed by Madisonville North Hopkins High School. Currently, the Department of Public Health environmentalists are taking samples of those strawberries to the state lab for testing. Although this incident could be unrelated, health officials are telling other people not to eat the strawberries. So this is a very serious situation. Lots of those strawberries were given out. Lots of folks out here in our community and the surrounding communities may have those strawberries, and they're telling you not to eat those.
Yeah, that's scary.
It
you know,
is.
People are allergic to strawberries.
Yes.
You know, actually quite a few. So I'm hoping that it was just an allergic reaction, even though it's a really sad story.
I know.
But hopefully everyone would just still be cautious.
Yes.
Keep an eye out for any kinds of odd symptoms.
That's right.
But just, yeah,
Very
sad.
Yeah, and don't even risk, if you still have the strawberries, just throw them
Just
out.
get 'em all
Yeah,
out of the
Just get
house.
rid of
Yeah.
them. That's right. All right, we completed our first segment. We have more coming up too. Here's coming up in our countdown conversation. Would you install a urinal in your bathroom? Think about it. We're going to talk about it after the break. Welcome back, friends, and now it is time for the countdown conversation. This is the part of the show where we discuss as many topics as we can in 6 minutes. So, ladies, are you ready?
Ready.
Let's go.
All right, here we go. In a new study published in the journal Psychosomatic Medicine, researchers looked at data from more than 2,000 elderly couples in order to see how stress affected the pair's health over time. And while the researchers found that stress levels in married couples are interconnected, which is what you would expect, the impact of marital stress on physiological markers of stress differed between men and women. Women, of course, tended to display more negative physiological markers of stress than their male counterparts, suggesting that women's health may be more affected by a spouse's stress levels in long-term relationships. Ladies,
Interesting. Well,
yeah.
Adam and I, we try to take turns with our stress as a couple. And, you know, you're going to have both people stressed out in a marriage at the same time, but whoever seems to be having the more stress, we naturally sort of gravitate to taking care of that person. It's really interesting. And I have found that some of those symptoms that I've been having, migraines, for example, it's not quite the same anymore. It's a little bit easier because we're taking care of each other.
Yeah.
Now,
love that.
what happens if we're both equally stressed out at the same time? Who knows? Let's not let that happen.
Yeah, and you kind of cross that bridge when you get
When we
to
get
it at
there.
that point. Yeah,
Yeah, what about
absolutely.
you?
Well, you know what? This is kind of tricky for me because Doug actually handles stress better than I do, I think. I think he
okay.
has a very calming effect about him. He's able to handle stress levels at very high levels. I'm a stress monkey for that, for whatever that means.
Sounds cute.
But, I know, it does sound cute, but it's not so cute as done. But the thing is that when he does get really stressed out, I get angry about it. Like,
No.
I don't try to, I'm not, you know, at first I'll try
Doug.
to, I know, it's horrible. I feel like I do try to help at first, but then if it's just not working, then I just get mad. I get frustrated and I get mad. So it sounds like I'm a horrible wife. I'm not that horrible,
No.
but
You need to get it together,
I know,
Doug.
but I do. It like makes me very nervous and anxious if he has a high stress level. So he usually, for the most part, is very calming though in our
Yeah.
relationship, and I appreciate it. I appreciate it as a spouse.
Yeah, I've been in those relationships where, you know, you look into the mirror and you're like, I'm aging in dog years. Like, I need to get out. But Cameron is the yin to my yang, so to
Yeah.
speak. And so a lot like you and Adam, Kim, it's like we just kind of balance each other out. But I have to say, Cameron and I are both empaths, which means like we feel very deeply what the other one is feeling, which is good and also can be bad because since we both feel a lot, we take in and carry a lot of the other person's stress. So the good thing is we are very communicative with each other and be like, listen, what, I'm having a bad day, I've got 10%, and then he'll say, okay, you know what, I've got your 90.
Nice.
So it's you know, and it goes both ways.
Yeah, it does. That was good. Good conversation. I feel like I need to work on my yin and yang, okay? So I'll work on that. Trying to counterbalance, it's really important in a relationship. All right, so here, the next topic. Would you put a urinal in your bathroom?
That's just gross.
You know, and we've been talking about this kind of behind the scenes. I don't know. Okay, so I'm kind of on the fence on this because I can appreciate having a urinal in the boys' bathroom. I live in a boy house, right? So I have 2 boys. I could appreciate having a urinal put into their bathroom because it would actually help save my other toilet because it's like destroyed, sometimes irreparably. And I just feel like a urinal would help in that. But at the same time, I don't know if I want another thing to have to clean in the house.
Oh, that's so true.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I just don't know.
I know.
And especially in the bathroom too.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, can they screw that one up too? Probably.
I know. Well, you've got the toilet, and that's a one-stop shop, you know? So
It is.
it's like, you're right, it's another thing to clean. I too live in a boy home, but I tell you what, like my boys are clean. They really are. I'm
That's
not,
good.
even Alex,
That's
when
a
I was
blessing.
like potty training, like he's like, you know,
Yeah.
he's very, very good.
That's good.
But I heard that Bradley Cooper, who, you know, we all recognize and stuff as being a very famous person, has a urinal in his bedroom.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what's up with that, but even
well-
like the cake smells and what, I don't know.
Shouldn't he have a bathroom off of his bedroom?
He probably does. He probably
Yeah.
has multiple, but
Interesting.
he has one in his bedroom.
You know, well, there might be some medical reason that he has to have it close to the bed. We don't know.
don't know.
Well, I don't know.
You know, I've always lived in a majority female home.
Yeah.
And so this was not an issue. I was the only child in our home. I've never been in a room with a urinal for more than 20 seconds, and it freaks me out. I know it's not that big of a deal. I don't know why it freaks me out. It just does. So, I mean, the other man that I live with in the house is a full-grown adult, so he doesn't have AIM issues.
Sure.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I mean.
Yes.
So for our household, a urinal will only frighten me.
Yeah. That cake smell that you mentioned, Susan, that part of
doesn't-
terrible.
It doesn't smell like cake.
No, it's not cake. I mean, we describe it as cake. It's puck something.
It's
puck of
a
something.
chemical puck.
Yeah, and I can't
It's
imagine
gross.
in Bradley Cooper's bedroom that smell. Oh,
No, thank you.
yikes. Okay, okay, we got to move on.
That's just gross.
I know, it
I'm
is.
getting a lump in my throat.
I know. Okay, here's our next topic. Is it okay for children to miss school for a vacation? Is it okay, ladies? Oh,
Sometimes.
got beat by the bell. Beat by the bell. Sometimes. I like that. Yeah, I think you know, for me, we have to be careful. You know, when we take vacations, if we're taking kids out of school, there's a lot of makeup work. So maybe we can talk about that tomorrow.
Yeah, let's do.
Bring that
It's
one back up.
important.
It is an important topic. All right. All right, ladies. Thank you so much. Having a good talk here. All right, coming up next, we have our friends from Dance Blue. We're going to be talking about they're putting dancing shoes on for a good cause. Welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. I'm Lisa High, filling in for Miss Sherelle Roberts. I'm here with Susan Mills, Kim Dixon, and we are joined with our guests at the table, Lily Harper and Abby Potter. Ladies, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, and first of all, you all are involved with Dance Blue. So tell us about what is Dance Blue?
So Dance Blue is an incredible organization that was started at UK's Children's Hospital.
Okay.
And it was inspired by Jarrett Meniere, who was a patient there around the early 2000s, and he had a rare sarcoma. He unfortunately died around 2002, but he led an impactful life that helped start Dance Blue. And one of his last requests before he died was to do something that helped the clinic. And so Dance Blue was started to help not only impact the lives of the patients, but also their parents and the support staff that help kind of alleviate the inevitable stress and adversity that cancer does unfortunately cause.
Oh, wow.
That's really cool. Well, that you kind of shared the purpose and the mission of Dance Blue. Now, you guys, how is LCA involved with Dance
That's
Blue?
Lexington Christian Academy.
That's right.
So LCA is involved in lots of different ways. Our main way is what we call a mini marathon. So all the high schools, most of the high schools in Lexington will have their chapter of Dance Blue, which they fundraise and do events for Dance Blue just to raise money so that we can help support this amazing cause.
Gotcha. And Dance Blue, do you dance all night, or how is that money raised? Like, what does that event look like?
Okay, so our marathon is happening this Friday from 5 to 10 at LCA, and essentially we've kind of scheduled a bunch of different activities that happen throughout the night. So each hour is dedicated to a certain type of event and activity that we have. So to kick it off, we're gonna have a student-teacher volleyball game, which
That's gonna be awesome.
We're
Yeah.
really excited. Yes.
which will be really fun, and the award is bragging rights, so hopefully the students will win.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have karaoke and dodgeball and other.
Yeah. Dodgeball? Oh, yeah.
Yes.
You know, I think it's just amazing that the local high schools are also helping to support the university and the Children's Hospital's mission. It's amazing. So this money that you all fundraise, where does that money go? I mean, does that go to the chapter of the UK Dance Blue and then they distribute? Do you all have any say in how that goes?
So all of our money that we raise goes directly to UK, and from there they split it into 3 parts. So the first third goes to patient and family experiences, so it helps to raise money for their hotel stays, their gas money, and just to make sure they have an enjoyable experience at the clinic. I know it's created conference rooms so the parents can have those tough conversations with the doctors in private. Just good places for that.
You've really got to help support those.
Absolutely.
It's very important. And what would you say is your most favorite part of Dance Blue for each of you? Which part of it is really your favorite?
Yeah.
Probably at the end of each marathon, we get to reveal how much money we've raised, and it's really gratifying to see how hard that not only we have worked, but like our advisors and our reps have worked to help fundraise for such an amazing cause.
Right.
That's awesome. Well, how can people get involved with Dance Blue? Where can they get more information?
For LCA students, getting involved looks like going to the marathon, supporting our events. But for others, it looks like donating to UK and just raising awareness about this organization.
Now, people who want to donate, can they do that online? Do they write checks and send it in? How does that work?
Yes, so we have a portal that you can donate through. It's a link that goes directly to UK.
Oh, okay.
Or you can write a check to UK Dance Blue.
Gotcha. So there's options to be able to.
Yeah.
Very
That's
good.
really cool. Do you have to be able to dance to be a part of Dance Blue?
That was my
Absolutely not. I have 2 left feet, so I completely get
But you have 2 great arms.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm definitely you with the 2 left feet, but it's for a good cause, so 2 left feet is fine.
Yeah.
So much fun.
It really is. Ladies, thank you so much for coming in.
Thank
Best
you.
of luck.
Thank
And
you.
volunteers, do you take volunteers for this event too, still, or how does that work?
We are limiting our volunteers to LCA parents just so that we can keep it in the school and to really get our LCA community involved.
Yeah, because us crazies here, we be coming in and wreaking havoc on everything. So, ladies, thank you so much for being
Thank
here.
you.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
it. And we'll be back with more right after this. Keep it here. Welcome back to Let's Talk Kentucky. March is Women's History Month, so we are featuring a woman of history from Kentucky, and we definitely have a great one here. Our Women's History Moment featured woman is Sarah Price. She is a nationally known botanist. Sarah Price discovered numerous rare plants and is credited with classifying much of Kentucky's flora. Also, she's a talented artist. She reproduced approximately 1,500 southern plants in pencil and watercolor. Wow. She also had a private collection of 2,000 plants. Several of her drawings were showcased at the World's Columbian Exposition, where she won several awards. And Price drew over 150 birds and over 1,000 plants. 1,000 plants. I mean, this woman was a drawing machine. And had she not done this, I mean, this is helping to classify all of the different flora and animals that are native to Kentucky. So it's so important that she does this work.
Yeah, I wonder how she just thought had no one done this before?
I know.
I'm
this
guessing
is just
no one.
fascinating.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every state is so different, and the flora and fauna is so unique to every region.
is.
Yeah.
That, I mean, wow, did we need her? That's
Right.
amazing. Why are all botanists also incredible illustrators too?
Right. Thank goodness they are.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know, we need that.
I
for
love
sure.
that.
I
I
would
know.
love to see some
There's
of her
so much
work.
history in
Yes.
Kentucky.
And I love that we're featuring that on the show
Yes.
too, every
Yeah.
single day. So tune in every day to make sure you get to see who the woman of history is going to
And
be.
we want to hear your history moment, too.
That's right. That's right. We want to hear the story during Women's History Month. We want to hear your story. So you can be our guest. Send in your name and your story and to our email to be considered. You can go to our website, WTVQ.com, and look for Let's Talk Kentucky. You'll find all of the information there. But we want to know your story. We want to know what you've been up to out there and what you're doing to try to change community, try to change state, try to change lives out there. Or you just might be a great cooker, you know, you might be making good recipes.
we want to know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Be
matter what
our
it
guest.
is. Yeah, it
Come
really
on
is.
and dote about your grandkids.
That's
like,
right.
You know what? You are making history as well in their lives. So
That's right. And it's so important for all of us to be recognized at some point or another. And this is the moment to do that. Or if you know somebody that you want to have
Yes.
recognized, that's even better too. Nominate
Come
that
join
person.
us.
That's right.
be a part of our crazy.
Yes. But thank you so much for joining us today. We appreciate it. And we will see you tomorrow. Bye, everyone.
Bye.